Cole Ritchie beanstalked, the latest in tonight's Star Justice Roundup. Lisa Marie Presley, hear why the king's little girl may get dragged into court. And for the first time, how Lisa feels about her 14-year-old daughter's new modeling deal.
Wow. And I'm, nerve-wracked.
He's an American legend who was fighting for his life.
I came so close to ending it all.
Now Jerry Lewis shares the secret of his rebound. Plus, Janet Jackson's bold sequel to her Super Bowl stunt. And extra sitting down with Ben Affleck.
But you can call him out.
It's true. It was.
Pacino, Morgan Freeman, and even Denzel. You'll get a whole new impression of Ben.
When, oh Lord, when's gonna be our time?
A devastating setback for singer Whitney Houston. Hello, everyone. I'm Dana Devin. It is the headline that stunned everyone today. Whitney Houston in rehab. Now Doug Bruckner details what happened and why she's finally asking for help.
After years of bizarre behavior, Whitney Houston confirmed what her fans have long suspected. She has a problem and needs help.
The world has been waiting for this for a very long time.
People magazine assistant managing editor Peter Castro says something dramatic must have happened for Whitney to check herself into rehab. Her publicist would only tell Extra Whitney, quote, "Thanks everyone for their support and prayers." We've also learned Houston has laid off some of her management people, since she will be out of action indefinitely.
The crack is whack.
In December 2002, Whitney appeared on Primetime in a bizarre interview with Diane Sawyer. If the idea was to convince people she was clean, it didn't work.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack.
Houston's odd public behavior has gone on for years. For example, this is how she greeted husband Bobby Brown when he was released from jail in 2000. And during some of Brown's court appearances, she appeared to be talking to herself. And we caught her even singing to herself once outside of court. Then last year, there was her tearful visit to a sect in Israel. The drug rumors grew last year when Kevin Skinner, a former drug dealer, told Dateline NBC,
"Have I ever seen Whitney Houston use? Yes, I have."
Bobby Brown is now in jail on a parole violation. And with Whitney in rehab, who will take care of their 10-year-old daughter? We'll have that story tomorrow on Extra.
Martha Stewart's daughter finally talked about her mom's conviction. Was supermodel Heidi Klum ripped off? And Nicole Richie deals with the scary side of fame. Mike Bryant has tonight's Star Justice.
Simple life? Not for reality TV star Nicole Richie. The show Celebrity Justice reports the 22-year-old asked for police protection at the airport last week because she was worried about a strange man who keeps turning up at appearances. Nicole even skipped a scheduled flight to Miami on Wednesday, missing the first day of shooting The Simple Life 2. Richie finally flew out a day later, and a police source confirmed that Richie had asked them to meet her at LAX because she thought someone was following her. Claudia, Giselle, Heidi, and hundreds of the world's top models are caught in a legal catfight that's rocking the catwalk. Top management companies, including Ford, Wilhelmina, and Elite, are charged with ripping off their glamour girls in a massive commission-fixing conspiracy that dates back more than 20 years. The agencies claim they are innocent.
What was the trial like for you?
Exhausting.
In a Larry King exclusive, Martha Stewart's only child, Alexis, speaks out for the first time on TV.
Why did you attend every day?
I wouldn't have missed it. I wanted to see what was going to happen.
In the interview airing tomorrow night, Alexis talks about how her mom is holding up and what life may be like for Martha behind bars. More bizarre behavior and even tears from Courtney Love in a Beverly Hills court today. The judge scolded Love for interrupting lawyers, saying she wasn't doing herself any favors. The rocker's hearing on drug possession charges was continued until April 15th. And that's today's Star Justice Roundup.
Diana Ross is going to jail, and only Extra can show you exactly what that jail cell looks like. But first, a public appearance from Miss Ross that left a supreme impression. Diana Ross stumbled on the red carpet last night at the Daily Mirror Pride of Britain Awards in London. Thankfully, British billionaire Richard Branson was there to catch the former Supremes. Meanwhile, the 59-year-old diva is headed back to Arizona to spend 2 days behind bars for drunk driving last year. Ross originally served time in a Connecticut jail, but now an Arizona judge has ordered Ross to serve 48 hours locked down in Tucson.
She'd basically be in her cell doing nothing.
Greg Gerhardt with the Pima County Sheriff's Department showed Extra Diana's jail cell awaiting her arrival. Unlike her stay in Connecticut, where Diana ordered takeout from Wendy's, Gerhardt says there will be no special treatment for this diva.
We don't serve Starbucks coffee. There's no makeup allowed.
Sounds like Diana will be singing the blues. Well, Janet Jackson is back in video action, and we've been granted access to her BET premiere.
Welcome to day 2, and you are on the set of I Want You. This is the top of the song where I'm coming out of my apartment building and walking down the street.
It's the first look at Janet like you've never seen her before, on a sexy stroll through the neighborhood and kissing her longtime boyfriend and record producer, Jermaine Dupri. It's clear in her new video called I Want You, what Janet wants is Jermaine.
When you get Janet's project, you're going to get Janet Jackson as you know Janet Jackson.
You still get a sense of the old me, and then it goes back a little ways, a little further than that. I think there's a bit of new me there that you feel as well.
He's walking with the camera.
The video, shot after the Super Bowl, was directed by acclaimed music video director Dave Myers. He says the idea came from just seeing a radiant Janet and Jermaine together.
I was like, oh, she's, it'd be great if we did a whole video where you just look like you do right now when she was going home. So, it took her a minute, thought about it. She asked JD if he'd be okay with doing the video, because I was begging. I was like, oh, if I could get the two of you in a simple video together, oh, it's going to be gold.
For Janet, her new video shoot was a breeze, easier than ever before because of her feelings for Jermaine.
Life is really different now. Life is really good.
Check out Janet and Jermaine's finished product when Access Granted premieres tonight at 9 Eastern on BET.
Janet's big brother has another voice to worry about. Ex-wife Lisa Marie Presley made headlines when she opened up to Australian television about her marriage to Michael. Now, sources are saying that the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office may want to speak with Presley about the case when she returns home. Lisa Marie's little girl is making a name for herself, and Only Extra has the first interview with the King's supermodel granddaughter. She's only 14 years old and barely 5'5", but she's got the fashion world all shook up this spring.
I've never done it before, so it's kind of scary because it's my first time.
Extra's got your front row seat in Milan for the modeling debut of Elvis Presley's gorgeous granddaughter, Riley Keough.
I'm really nervous.
The fresh new face of fashion giants Dolce & Gabbana for their new collection.
They're really sweet, and I like them a lot, and I like their clothes a lot.
Riley's mom, Lisa Marie Presley, isn't surprised her only daughter with ex-husband Danny Keough is choosing a career in showbiz. It's obviously in her genes.
She's been, dabbling in so many different things like dance, and she loves music, and she loves acting.
But like all mothers, Lisa Marie is protective of her talented teenager.
The D&G thing came up, and I let her go off on that, and it was I was a bit like, wow. And I, nerve-wracked. Like, I want her to just be able to do her thing and not have to have all this, but I understand that's what happens.
And now that Riley's been snapped up by Kate Moss's modeling agency, it looks like the King's legacy could be the next queen of the catwalk. Yeah, Elvis was the king, but now he has a prince to keep him company in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Our Charlie Marr joins us with that story. Charlie?
Dana, you remember this guy? Well, how about this guy? Yes, the symbol is gone and Prince is back, taking his place among music's biggest names. Prince leads a parade of rock and roll royalty into the Hall of Fame.
This is my night to help paint the stage purple.
Alicia Keys wore her purple passion for Prince on her sleeve, while Lenny Kravitz traded his trademark dreadlocks for a more princely do. Jackson Browne was inducted by his buddy Bruce Springsteen, and Browne told Extra how he celebrated his invitation to the Hall of Fame.
Walked into the next room and told my son about it and had a deep hug with him. It was very nice.
Extra's camera caught Michael J. Fox sharing a moment with Danny Harrison, who was there on behalf of his late father, Beatles legend George Harrison. And Rolling Stoner Keith Richards, accompanied by his daughter Theodora, showed Extra how to get the shutterbugs fluttering.
Watch this.
For the Hall of Fame class of 2004, it was a night to remember, rock and roll never forgets. You can see the whole induction ceremony this Sunday night on VH1.
Next, we play Guess the Impression with Dan Affleck.
I'll find out the truth, I guarantee you that.
She's about to follow in her sister's famous singing shoes, but can you guess who?
I learned so much by watching her do what she did.
And Jerry Lewis, why laughter is his best medicine. That's next.
Say something flirty. Speak your mind. Tell them you're still the life of the party. Make a statement with Spring's new graphic flats, just in at Payless. They're everything you need to expand your vocabulary. Department store styles, Payless prices. Coming up, don't go away. It's coming your way. Cat and Hat outtakes to make your day. Plus, family surprise for Jim and family ties with Jessica Simpson.
I helped turn my child's public school into a whole new kind of school. One with a curriculum that really motivates kids. One that has extended hours, 6 days a week, year-round. With loads of academic, cultural, and recreational activities. One that has support services like medical and dental right there. A school where parents' involvement is encouraged. Where teachers have more time to teach. And students are excited about learning. There's just one problem. My child doesn't ever want to come home. You can help turn your school into a community school for excellence. Find out how. Call 1-877-LOVE-TO-LEARN.
There are a lot of kids my age who volunteer.
Don't underestimate yourself. Just because you're young doesn't mean that you can't make some amazing things happen.
Do something to help others. It's important.
I collected more than 30,000 books and gave them out to shelters and schools that needed them.
I organized a chapter of Habitat for Humanity at my high school. Now we have over 100 members that help build homes.
My friends and I got together, raised $35,000, and now Harvest House feeds the needy. I really helped to make a difference.
It really makes us all feel good to make a difference.
You can't explain the feeling unless you go and do it.
For a free booklet on how to get involved in your community,
call 1-888-450-9961.
Or write to the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards, 751 Broad Street, Newark, New Jersey, 07102.
Volunteer. Make a difference.
Jersey Girl star Ben Affleck knows how to make quite an impression. In fact, he's got a few of his famous friends jump at. John Kelly plays Guess Who with Ben.
You have a reputation as a solid impressionist. Give me your three best.
I'll start out with the one that nobody else does. That's Denzel. Ready? Doesn't matter if I'm on this case or not. Doesn't matter if I'm in this army or not. I'm going to find out the truth. I guarantee you that. I'm going to find out the truth. I guarantee you that. That's Denzel.
I'll give you that, man. That's good. Denzel will be proud.
Morgan Freeman. Ready?
And all the time I'm
all the time asking myself when.
When, oh Lord, going to be our time?
When, oh Lord, when's going to be our time? Time to ante up and kick in like men.
Like men!
Like men! That's some glory.
You're on it, man.
Pacino. The first mayor was Greek. It's true, he was. I'm out of order, you're out of order. You're out of order! You're out of order! This whole courtroom is out of order!
You got it, man. Have you done this for any of those guys?
For Morgan, I said, Morgan, I do Denzel and I do you. So I did my Denzel, and he was like, and now let's hear the other one. And I did my Morgan, and he looked at me for a minute, and he was like, well, you do a good Denzel.
Not bad. Now, a living legend in the world of comedy, Jerry Lewis celebrates his 78th birthday today, and he has big plans to keep the laughter going. It was an image that shocked America during last year's telethon. A severely swollen Jerry Lewis was hooked on the steroids he was taking to battle a lung ailment. But now the 78-year-old showbiz legend has shed 58 pounds weaned himself off the drugs during a 3-month hospital stay, and has a new lease on life.
You get up in the morning, you feel reborn. You're not getting up crippled. You get up and you live your life.
And his rebirth means Lewis is ready to return to the stage. The comedian reportedly signed a 20-year contract with Las Vegas's The Orleans Hotel.
I'm going to perform.
It was a lifetime of performing back-breaking pratfalls that led Lewis to the unbearable chronic pain he lived with for 37 years.
I came so close to ending it all that I had to address it. And I was on Percodan. I was eating it like candy, and it wasn't really doing the job.
Lewis says he's finally found relief in this device from the company that makes the pacemaker, Medtronic.
That's the pain pacifier. I have a battery under my skin. From the battery comes 2 electrodes that go into the spinal column,
blocking the pain signals from reaching the brain.
I raise the volume of this dependent upon the pain. I lower it, I turn it on, I turn it off, and it also opens my garage door.
Now, as Lewis prepares for his next performance, the showman's on a mission with a message for the 75 million people nationwide who suffer from chronic pain.
Get reborn, pal. Get reborn.
Good to see he's doing so well. Time now to check out what's on TV. Doug Ruckner spins around the dial from judging Amy to Jim in tonight's Remote Patrol.
Hi, Dana. This week on our show, Jennifer Coolidge, who's terrific, returns as my sister Roxanne. But on tonight's episode, Brother Jim is not exactly throwing out the welcome mat.
Oh, jeez, Jimmy. Can't a girl show up on her brother's doorstep, broke, knocked up and alone, and not be after something?
When Roxanne's marriage ends, the fun begins on ABC at 9. Also at 9, CBS puts viewers in a time machine. Destination, Century City.
I need this back.
The spooky setting is the Los Angeles Law Office of the Future in the year 2054. From the time he first saw a script, star Hector Elizondo knew it was breakthrough TV.
It was not a simple Blade Runner, negative, pessimistic view of the future.
It's a clone of my son. And if you don't get it back from me, he's going to die.
Future Shock on CBS tonight. More haunting drama on CBS at 10 when Patty Duke guest stars on Judging Amy and Time Daily fears Duke's character is afflicted with Alzheimer's disease.
Have you been having trouble remembering things? What things?
Duke plays a foster parent who may lose her child because of failing mental health. Powerful drama, but the actress told Lisa Gibbons she wanted the story to be movie.
Judging Amy and Tyne are doing a service for us in reminding us through emotions that we must deal with our fears and we must find out the earlier the better.
An important message and extraordinary acting on Judging Amy tonight. And that's today's Remote Patrol.
And if you tune into Seventh Heaven on the WB, you can catch Jessica Simpson's baby sister, Ashlee. The younger blonde is following in Big Sister's famous footsteps. The resemblance may not bowl you over. Extra, extra. But that voice sure is strikingly familiar. And now,
$1,400. Jessica Simpson.
Just like Big Sister Jessica, Ashlee Simpson's launching her own MTV reality show.
It's cameras following me day in and day out of the whole process of making my album.
Extra special correspondent David O met up with the 19-year-old actress and singer for a few frames to talk about following in famous footsteps.
I learned so much by watching her do what she did, but now I get to do it in my own way.
Well, sort of her own way. Big Sis Jessica says that so much reality has definitely affected their family get-togethers.
There ends up being like so many different crews in one house when we want to hang out or whatever it may be. So that's a reality show in itself.
But Ashlee's not complaining. With a movie under her belt, a hit TV show on her plate, and a new rock album in the works, she's ready to take center stage.
I want to do it all.
Including some bowling if she has any spare time.
Still ahead on Extra.
Dude, you lost your chill.
Paris Hilton's lost movie role. Plus, Tom Hanks reveals the secret to making a splash. It's all next.
Tomorrow, Simon spills AI secrets. Plus, who's Clay Aiken backing in the final 12? Then the idol underdog. We have the lost tape of John Peter Lewis. Also, Whitney's in rehab, Bobby's in jail. Now, Extra answers the question, what